go. Okay, and then I'm going to share my screen. So if it takes me a second, please be patient. Oh, I think it's going to come right up. Well, that is exciting. Okay. Look at that. Now, I was telling Bev earlier, I am so good at Google Classroom, but I am not so good at the Zoom, but I think I figured it out. Okay, can you give me a wave or a thumbs up if you see my screen and I'm sharing it with you? Okay, perfect. Now, as I go through, I want you to please stop me and ask me any questions that you have, because that is what our meetings are for. That is why we are here. And I'm so happy, as it says on this slide, thank you for prioritizing your business. This is such a big deal. Those of you who come to these meetings weekly, I know things come up every once in a while, but you are the ones that are going to succeed because you're putting the time in and you are making your business a priority. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it more than you will ever know. All right, so we are going to start with our queens of the week. Now we have our queen of sales, Miss Bev, with $1,359. Yay for Bev. Big round of applause for her. Ladies, that is absolutely wonderful. I'm going to give Bev a chance to talk in just a minute and give us some more of her little tips. But my goodness gracious, I think even on my best of my best weeks, my numbers weren't quite that high. So yay for Bev. Our runner up was Christy. So yay for Christy as well. We had Bev and Christy and Janet who completed their form. So thank you so much for doing that. Our queen of bookings is Bev with 5, and Janet has 1 and 2 maybes. And Janet, those 2 maybes make me so happy because those are the ones you're just going to go back to and remind and keep asking, and it'll turn into 3 and more very soon. And then our queen of faces is Bev, and she has 10. So for our new girls, a face is someone that you invite to a party through virtual or in person. You give them samples and they use them. A face can also be a friend who you give a sample to. It can be, I know Janet was sending out some catalogs today at her hairdresser. If she put a sample in that and they used it, then that counts as a face as well. So a face is anyone that you're giving product to, they're putting it on and they're giving you feedback. They don't necessarily have to make an order. It's just that you're getting feedback from them. And then our queen of sharing is yet to be determined. And as I said on our slide, we are going to work on that together. That is a big part of what I need to do with you. I have to admit, I've been slacking a bit on that because I was just getting my feet wet with the DIQ and then directorship. But we are going to build your teams, ladies. And I'm going to show you a really great way to do it tonight before we go. There is something that's going on tomorrow night. But if you get ladies on it, I can almost guarantee you you're going to get a team member out of it. So we will talk more about that when we get to it. But right now, I want to give Bev the stage. Bev, just give us maybe the top 3 things you'd want us to learn, maybe something you learned this week that you hadn't realized before, something you did differently, something that is an oldie but a goodie, 3 things that you could give us that will help us with our sales and our bookings.
Oh goodness, 3 things. I'm thinking the first thing is I kind of like wasn't going to ask everybody if they wanted to book, and then I ended up doing it. I don't know why. I think I just second guessed myself. So that was, I mean, that didn't go with the sale. That didn't go with my queen of sale thingy, but I'm just talking about booking though. So I go back and ask them. I followed up with everybody. I'll get away from the booking thing. I followed up with everyone. Always, always, always tell them if they have any questions or if they just want to talk about stuff that I will listen. I will talk on the phone. I will message them, whatever they want to do. I keep it kind of, I mean, I go online for an hour. I had 2 parties last week. That's why my number is good. So I had 2 back-to-back parties, but I'd stay on for an hour each time. I'm trying to think. I don't know, Angie. I just think I keep it moving, but I give good facts about it, you know?
Mhm.
Um, I don't know. Can you think of anything else that I probably have told you that
No,
I
I
can't
think
even
it's
think of?
great. Bev just stays in front of her customers no matter what. So she has a virtual
Yeah.
party and she's willing to talk on the phone with them. Like she says to them, I will talk to you about this. Let's discuss it. And that makes such a big difference. And ladies, I know you are all trying to do the exact same thing. And believe me, and I know Bev will attest for this. In her first few months, or not, I shouldn't say months, but weeks into the first month, it wasn't that easy. Bev was afraid of virtual parties just like I was. My first virtual party was a disaster, a disaster. I went live all over Facebook land. It just wasn't good. But you live and you learn and you see what works. And that is how you get in front of those ladies. And once you can get in front of them, the sales and the bookings will just come naturally. Do you agree, Bev? You just sort of have to put yourself out there and not be
Just have
afraid of it.
Exactly, exactly.
Mhm.
And you know what? I really, really make sure that I ask every single person that gave me an order. I make sure I ask them if they want to book a
If they
party.
want a
That's,
party.
yeah,
Yes.
without.
And it is not easy, ladies. I just got a rejection today. I was on the phone with Marissa. I got a text message. I was all excited. And I had asked this girl twice now to have a party. And she said, I use a different kind of makeup. Thanks, but no thanks. So I said to Marissa, I'm going to send her skincare. I have to do this because she's a teacher. She could get me so many other faces. Plus, I really think she deserves it. And I sent the skincare message and nothing else. So it's so hard. Like, who would set up themselves for disappointment? But then you have to remember that there's going to be so many rewards from it too. So just keep asking and asking. It'll happen. It's just about that persistence and that consistency and sort of like being relentless, but in a really sweet way. If you say please and thank you, a smiley face or a heart emoji goes a really long way. And ladies, Bev and I were at a party over the weekend for the stars, which means the girls that were stars last year. We were invited to a pool party for with a lot of very, very successful directors. They're like $1 million directors. And the secret that they gave us for bookings is write out a script and then hand your phone to someone else that doesn't know the people in your phone and have them message the ladies in your contacts the message that you've already pre-approved. And when you think about it, it makes so much sense because I bet you can think of a girl that you've looked at in your contacts and you already have a feeling about it. Oh, they're too busy. Oh, they would think that was silly. There's so many reasons that we give ourselves, but if someone else is doing it, then they have no predetermined opinion of it and you will get bookings that way too. I just thought that was really cool. I haven't tried it yet with someone else, but I have done it with myself. The girl that said no today was one of those girls, but you know what? At least I tried. I booked 2 parties since last week, which is so exciting because if you have bookings, then you have business. So work on that. Try to just take all of your feelings out of it. And I promise you that you will have success that way. Now, I see that I have some comments in the chat. I just want to make sure I'm not missing. Oh, Christy says, great idea. And you got some woohoos. Okay. Look at Christy. I love it. Okay, ladies. So any questions about the tricks for sales or bookings? I know you girls know all of this. We just need to get in front of those ladies. It is just about being persistent. I want to brag on Melissa. I have something to brag on each of you for. Melissa, I was just talking to Marissa about you today, and I told her that you have been so consistent in your trying. You put yourself out there so much. You are coming on the meetings, you are posting on your page. And it's just a beautiful thing to see because I know it's not always that easy for you because of your health. I know it was a slow start for you, but lady, you know what you're doing and you are not giving up. You are a fighter, and that is obvious in every part of your life. And this is just following right in suit. So, yay for Melissa. Another great thing I was saying to Marissa today about Janet, Janet texted me as I was talking to Marissa, and she was talking about making labels for her catalogs. And I said, Marissa, she is just a natural. Everything is just like it comes to her so fast. She asked me about an email address today because she made a new one. I mean, Janet, you're always 3 steps ahead, and I adore that. And Christy, you work so hard between working nights, having your family finding times to have parties, finding time to help your consultants. Christy, you are, it's just consistent. I keep saying that word consistent, because if you let your guard down, that is when your business is going to fail. So we just have to keep telling ourselves to go on and just do it when you can. Find those moments. And that's what Christy is so good at doing. Like right now, she's at work and she's sneaking in a meeting, and I adore it. I adore all of you. So thank you so much. I just love to tell people when they're doing the good things. Everybody always tells us bad things. We need to know the good things. So there you go. All right, I'm going to go on to our next slide. Oh, look at these bracelets. Bev and I actually got to hold these bracelets in our hands. They are so beautiful.
Oh,
There's like a lot of them, right, Bev? Like it is a very substantial reward that we get for having that
yeah.
600 wholesale by the end of the month. Oh my gosh, ladies, it's just beautiful. I personally love all of the, I think the prizes this year, this seminar year, are much more my style than the ones in the past. I just think that they're going to be so much fun to earn every month. Bev has already earned hers. I'm working to earn mine along with the rest of you. Now, just to give you a tip, because I know that wholesale and retail can be really confusing. Wholesale is what we pay for a product. So if you see wholesale, that means you double it for retail. And so $600 wholesale by the end of July, and that would be $1,200 retail. And Bev practically did that this week. So it's not impossible, ladies. Like I always say, Mary Kay time is like slowed down compared to the rest of the time, especially when I was in DIQ, when I would think, oh my gosh, I have like 3 days and I have so much to do. But it's not about the time you have, it's about the work that you put in. So don't get discouraged. Let me know how I can help, because I want all of us to be sporting those bracelets. They are so pretty.
I love it.
Okay, this is our new incentive for career surveys, and I'm so excited because I was never offered this in my with my first director or with Marissa. And Marissa has been doing some research and shared the information with me, and I found this on In Touch today. And ladies, I'm so excited to share it with you. So, pearls of sharing are what you are going to earn whenever you give a girl a career survey to fill out, and then that girl has a chat with me. That does not mean that they have to say yes for you to get your pearls of sharing. They just need to be given the survey, fill it out, and then agree to have a chat with me. It is simple. It just takes asking, just like anything else. And so I have given you the career survey link that you can copy and paste to girls. They don't have to be girls you've already had parties with, but when you do have parties, it's a great way to get those surveys done as well, because you can ask them to do it along with the party posts. And as you see in that graphic, for the first 3 shares, the first 3 ladies that you have fill out the survey and they talk to me, then you get those beautiful earrings. And just look at that. They have the Mary Kay B at the top and they have that dangling pearl at the bottom. I just think they're beautiful. And then when you do 3 more after that, then you get the bracelet. So when you have 6 career surveys completed and chats with me, you get the bracelet. And then once you have a consultant, a brand new consultant sign under you, and they earn a qualifying order, then you get the necklace. Now, ladies, you could get the necklace before you even get the bracelet. If one of those first 3 girls says yes, then you will get your necklace. And then once you do 3 more, you get the bracelet. I mean, I just think this is so awesome. I was a very, very slow to start team building. Now, remember, I started my business last March, so that's a little over a year ago. And I think Melissa was one of my first girls, and that was in December. So between March and December, I was dragging my feet. I kept saying to Marissa, I don't think I'm ready for it. I just don't think I can do this. I'm not ready to lead. But guess what? It's just like when you're having a baby or building a house or doing anything that is super important and scary. You're never going to find a perfect time. You just have to do it. And ladies, my only regret is to not start sooner, because I would have gone through DIQ a lot easier. I would have been in a red jacket before January, which is how long it took. And you can all do that too. So don't be scared. I don't know why I was so afraid. I wish I wasn't. And like Marissa said to me, do it for her. So now, whenever you get afraid of it and you don't want to ask that girl and you feel like you're too shy or they're not going to want to do it for me. And so, when you're doing it for someone else, it makes it a lot easier. It takes away a little bit of that scariness. So, think about that. And that link is the same one that we've been using whenever we give them out in parties. And again, I'm going to share this slideshow with all of you. And so, you'll be able to use that link as well. Let's get some pearls. I just think they're so pretty. When I found them today, I was like, I didn't even know they existed and I wish I would have. So that's something new. Okay. So Bev, I'm going to put you on the spot again because the next thing I want to talk about is the Go Give spirit. And the Go Give spirit is something that Mary Kay wanted all of us to live by. And that's why we're here at Mary Kay. We're all such special people. My gosh, Melissa, I'm sure you are all so very giving. I can think of a million reasons why, but Melissa actually like has a store full of things that she gives to people that need it. And I mean, it's just her whole life is giving. And I know that all of us have that giving heart. And so we are working right now on a Go Give Spirit project for a young girl that Bev's son knows. So Bev, I'm going to let you go ahead in just a couple sentences or just a couple minutes. Tell us about the situation, and then I'll tell you girls how you can help.
Okay, so real quick, just to give a back story, my son is a fireman up in Greensburg. So one of the other fellow firemen and his fiance had a fire in their apartment last weekend. It was electrical fire, and they lost everything. Now, as you can see, the picture that Angie put up, that is the young girl. Her name is Nicole. And my son went to salvage as much as he could, and he called me. He knew I was with Angie, and he's like, Mom, this poor girl lost everything. She has all her makeup, it's everything smoke damage. Do you think you guys could get together and get her some products? And Angie and I instantly were like, absolutely, we will get her some. I mean, look at her. First of all, just look at her vanity. What a sweetheart. She had her own vanity, you know? So yeah, so if you want to donate some money or donate a product or whatever you want to do, I got in contact with her. She was very overwhelmed that we wanted to do this for her. And so, I mean, I want to get her makeup. She likes neutral stuff. I want to get her some body lotions. I want to get her fiance the men's line. Why not give him something? So yeah, it's just you think you're having a bad day, and then we look at that picture and go, okay, well, my day could definitely be pretty good compared to that. So that's my
Janet
speech
has
on
a
that.
question. Go ahead, Janet.
I just got my kit. So I have a lot of like the different shades of the BB cream and stuff like the
Yes.
foundations. Can you let me know things that she would use? Because I can donate things out of my kit.
Oh, that's so wonderful, Janet. Now, we do have a picture of her, right, Bev? And I'm sure that if I were to share it like individually, it would be okay. We weren't real sure
Yeah.
if we should put it on social media since it's not someone that we know personally. But I think if we shared that individually, we could probably get a pretty good guess. I think the CC cream would probably be easier to match for her than a foundation just
Yeah, I think
because
so.
of the nature of the foundation. But that is such a beautiful idea, Janet. And that is why I gave you my personal address also if you want to send things to me. And Janet, I have your meat sticks and I need to stop at your house anyway this week because next week, midweek, I'm leaving for Texas. So when
Oh,
I
yeah,
could give you meat sticks, you could give me some products, we can make it work. So
Okay.
maybe I'll reach out to you tomorrow and we'll see when we can meet up. You are on my list. I have
Okay.
all these meat sticks and I keep
Yes.
thinking, oh my gosh, I have to get these to people. But yeah, that's a beautiful idea. Anything that we have. I know some of the directors we were with over the weekend, these directors just have massive, massive amounts of inventory. And so they're going to send us some things as well. Some girls from Marissa's unit and Marissa herself are going to send us some things. Some of them have made monetary donations, even if it's just a sweet card you want to write for this family. It doesn't have to be something that costs you money because we don't always have that to give, but just a thought or a prayer, something to let them know that you're thinking of them. So if you want to do any of those things, my Venmo is there. I do believe there's a dash between Angie and Olenchok in my Venmo. I was doing this outside, so I couldn't really see the screen very well. So if you are going to Venmo, just put a dash between my first and last name. And then my PayPal is there and my address if you wanted to send things directly to me if you're not close. If you're close to the area, then Bev and I are both in Latrobe. We can always stop by and get some things too. So thank you all so
Thank you.
much for considering that. I just think that's lovely.
Yes, thank you,
All right.
ladies, very much.
Oh, I love you all. Thank you so much for being so sweet. All right. And now I'm going to go to our next one. Okay. So I told you on the post on Facebook that I wanted you to come with questions. I wanted to go back to basics. And so I was able to find these videos for you on either YouTube or Bing videos. And I also wanted to tell you about boards because those are really good resources for you. So I'm just going to click on it. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But I have watched this video before. I've sent it to new consultants before. Even if you've been a consultant for months, I think it would be worth it just to check it out because it is a lot of information and it's just very straightforward. And maybe you had a question. It's just a good resource to have. So ladies, I don't know what's going to happen when I click this, if I'm going to lose my background areas or not, but let's just give it a try. So I'm going to click this and see if it comes up. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Well, we surely don't need to know about Earth Breeze, but hopefully that'll go soon. Okay, here we go. So this is telling us how to make an inventory order. Can you hear it?
It's not showing up on our end, Angie. It's
Oh, no,
not
you
up.
can't. Okay, wait a second. Got it.
It's,
How about
there
now?
you go. Yep.
Some of this may look a little different because it's a little older, but the basics are right there. Okay, so I'm going to pause that there. I think you girls get a good idea of what that video entails. So that is going to walk you through placing an inventory order. And those were like the orders that you all placed at the very beginning when you placed your first order to become active. And it is also going to work if you're just making an order for yourself to order your samples. This is the way that you would do it. This is also a great resource to have in your back pocket once we start having all those career chats and you start building your team. You can share this with your team members and then they can watch it and try it on their own before they were to ask you questions. Like, I love answering your questions. I love it, but I'm sort of preparing myself for when I get back to school and I'm not going to be able to do it all day long. It's going to break my heart into a million pieces, but I want to equip you with things that could answer your questions before the kids are at recess or at lunch and I can answer them for you. So I thought we would start a little early and I just want you to have these all in your back pocket so that you can use them when you need them. So that would be the one for placing an order when you're doing an inventory order. Okay, now I am going to stop sharing that and go back to sharing my screen on the other one. Okay, let's see, where was I? Right here. And then I have a video for you about placing a customer delivery service order. So that's the CDS. And that is when either you go in and register the customer yourself, and then you put the items in that they want and they ship directly to them, or whenever they place an item on your personal website and you go in and finalize the order. So I am just going to click on it for a second, show you what it looks like. I'll have to share it again. Let's see this Bing video, if it's going to work for us. This girl is fabulous. Okay, let's see. I'm assuming you can't see her video, can you?
No.
No, okay. I'll do it in a sec here. Let's see. Thank you for your patience with me, ladies. I appreciate it. Okay, so we'll just listen to a few seconds of her.
Oh, she's cute. Angie, I don't think there's any sound.
I can hear it on my end. I'm not sure why you can't on yours.
Oh no. Can anybody hear it?
I can't hear it.
You know what? I'm sure you're gonna be, could you hear the first one?
No.
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 You
Didn't
couldn't hear
the
the YouTube one either. Well, geez, Louise, girls, I'm just making you sit there and listen to nothing.
I don't
There is
think- I don't
sound.
think
I
you realize.
promise you. I can't believe Bev waited that long to tell me. I promise you there is sound when you click on it yourself. And I promise you these are going to be very helpful videos. Since you can't hear it, I'll just jump ahead a bit on here just to show you how you see the screen like we do whenever we're adding items to our orders. And then you will see what it looks like whenever you're going to do your payment. She even talks about where you'll see the payment if someone has put it in for you, or where you will see the payment options if there's no credit card already put in. So again, I will help you with all of this, but once August 21st happens, then I'm not going to be as available. So I want to make sure you have these resources. Can you tell how excited I am to go back to school? You know, I'm also going to have Marissa on call for you girls because, and I know she won't mind one bit, Marissa is taking a sabbatical this year and she will not be at school with me, which makes me very sad, but I'm so happy that she can do that. And so she will have lots of time to share and lots of time to work with you on her Mary Kay. All right, I just have a couple more resources I want to show you, and then we will move on from there. So then I also found you a video, and since we can't hear it, I'm not going to bother with that, but a video on how to create a Facebook group. Now, the group that he is creating in this video is more of a business group, but it at least gives you the rundown of where to go, where to search. Things might look a little different depending on the device that you're using, but I still think it would be a great reference for you if I'm not there to answer your question right away. And then down here is something that I was very slow to become accustomed to. But ladies, I really suggest that you go to Boards and that you get yourself an account on Boards. It is a free account. Now, when I click on this, it is probably going, see it popped up as mine. Can you see my Boards or do I need to share that? I think I have to share that too.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Okay. All right, so what Boards is, it's a place for us to put all of our ideas and we can make them into sections and we can share them with each other. So this is a board I was asked to teach at a director's meeting. Well, no, it was just a unit meeting about a couple months ago. And they wanted me to teach on how I was getting activity in my Facebook groups and how I was getting parties. So I put all of my posts right here. Everything I say, everything I send, these are after party messages and posts. Then I have booking messages. So you know exactly what you are going to be saying to people. This message says, hi, Christy. It might have been an old one. It might even be Christy that's on with us today before she was a consultant. Then you see what I post at the very beginning on my page. I put some pictures and graphics there for you. These are my during party messages. These were just some examples of what I was using at the time, maybe to give you ideas if they don't know what they would like to order. These are nice graphics that I just found on Facebook. And then my thank you graphics, which are what I always send out to my girls when they make an order through me directly. I will put it on my VIP page, or if they do it through a party. So I just like to have everything in one place. Now, this May Madness event was something that I had created and didn't use, but I shared it on there in case we needed it. And then the Jam Pack June was something that I taught on at the beginning of June. And this was just another idea that I had. And so whenever I do things like a large group, or even for myself, I like to use Boards to be able to collect all of that. And as I said, it's so cool because I can share it with you. And then you can just go right there and get those resources. I also have Boards that came from Jen Bessinger, who is like the best of the best. She's like, oh my God, like $1 million director on her way to national sales director. And she only does virtual parties. She's like my hero. And so I am also able to share that information with you girls. And that's where I get a lot of my posts that I put on my Facebook page. You can also, you are more than welcome. And I know most of you know this, but share and use what I post. So if you go back to the party that you had when you first started, just copy and paste those posts. I'll teach you how to schedule them if you're not not sure how. And I'm going to help you through your first one, your second one, your third one, as many as you need me to do. I know Janet has some coming up and I'm so excited. And we will work together and then you'll be able to do it and you'll be a rock star. So these are just some of the resources that will help you in that way. All right. Do you have any questions about the resources that I just showed you? Everybody good on those? I know it's
So
a
do
lot of
you,
information, but I'm going to share everything with you. I'm sorry. Was someone saying something? Or did I hear
Angie, do
background
you
noise?
find boards on the Mary Kay page?
No,
Where do
that
you
is
find them?
actually an independent website. So I
Okay,
believe it's boards.us. It might be boards.com. I was trying to post that original link and it just kept giving me my own. But it is a free thing. And then once you have an account, let me know. And then I can send you the things that I have on my boards.
awesome. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Um,
Oh, Janet, a question?
what I did was I made my initial party page,
Yes.
that page. Should I
VIP group.
actually make a business page instead
Yeah, I love
on
it.
Facebook?
Yes.
Okay.
That is perfect. And that's another one of those things where you thought ahead because that's something you should have done. And I love that you did that on your own. So thank you. Yes, we like to
Actually,
turn our,
Christy suggested that I change
love
it to
it.
my page, but I don't know
Yay.
how to make that now a business page.
Okay, so do you mean like register it as a business page or make it known that that is your page where ladies can come to get information about your business?
Well, I have trouble changing things and doing things on that. So should I
Okay, I will make
recreate a
sure
business?
that you're an administrator on that because I am
I-
pretty sure that I am the first one. I'm going to make myself a note that I am the first one that created that. So I'll make sure that you're an administrator on that page and then you should be able to use it for anything you want.
I am an administrator, but I was just having trouble like changing like the intro and things like that.
Okay,
And
well, I can
if
look
I
into
try to
that.
delete one of the old posts,
Huh.
it flags me and tells me that you'll see that I've deleted an old post.
And does it stop you from doing it?
It doesn't stop me, but I didn't want you to get a bunch of emails like Janice
Oh,
deleting all your crap.
please. I rarely check my email anyway, so that won't bother me one bit.
Okay.
And all of my ladies that have done that, I've never, you do what you want to do. That is your page now. And you know, you can
Okay.
invite like many other ladies. And I think you did that. Like you can add as many as you want to that page, even if they weren't involved in that first party.
Yeah, I need to get more ladies on there.
Well, you know, it's tricky sometimes. And what you can also do now, I don't know if you ladies know this because I surely didn't, and for a while in the Mary Kay business, but you are allowed to post on your personal page, like your personal Facebook page, as long as it does not include prices and discounts. So you can say, hey, ladies, I'm a Mary Kay consultant. Please click this link to join my VIP group. That's fine. But what you can't say is what you would normally say on your business page because
Okay.
Facebook will flag you. So if you want to have a sale, it has to be right on your VIP Mary Kay page. It cannot be on your personal page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I don't want anybody to get in any trouble. I know that you might just get a slap on the wrist, but it just makes it easier too because it compartmentalizes it for us. Like we know that when we're going to post things, it's in one place, not the other. And I usually, if I'm going to reach out on Facebook, like my main page, it will be if I need to book a party or if I need to have more girls in my group. If I'm going to do sales and things like that, then I usually just keep it to my VIP group. And Janet, as you and everyone else, as you get more virtual parties under your belt, I keep my parties open. Not everybody does this, but I love to keep my parties open. And then when I'm having a sale, not only do I put it on my VIP page, but say I had a party for Susie 2 weeks ago and it was a virtual party and her group is still open. I copy and paste what I put in my VIP group in Susie's group. So even though that party is done, there's still ladies in there that will see it that are not part of my VIP group. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I know Bev does that as well. I know Christy does as well too, because I've seen her do that. So the more you can get out there and, putting your sales and your things in front of people, the better. Great questions, ladies. You guys are like the best. This is the best I could have expected for our first time out. I'm so excited. All right. I think I had more slides. I got too excited and I closed it. So I just stick with me here for a couple more minutes. And I have, okay, I want to go on. Oh, this is what I was telling you girls about that's going to help you with your pearls. So you see here that that adorable baby and that beautiful lady. Well, that is Lauren Bloomer, and she is a $1 million director. Lauren is from Jeanette, Pennsylvania. And she was a teacher and she became a Mary Kay independent beauty consultant. And she is in her early 30s and or maybe her later 30s. I think her mom gave me her age. I think maybe like 37, but either way, she's in her 30s. And she is driving a pink Cadillac. She's working toward becoming a national sales director. It's going to be happening within a year. And I just tell you all these things because she is an everyday regular person that we can see at Walmart. Like that is Lauren Bloomer. And she is absolutely fabulous. Her biggest commission check, not even her own commission, but from her team members in 1 month. Now, ladies, hold on to your seats, was $40,000. $40,000 she got in commissions from 1 month. 1 month. So I just love to use her as an example because she's so real. And I was just working at Rosemary's a couple of weeks ago and I hear this voice in the yard and it's this lady screaming, I know her, I know her. It was Lauren's mom who remembered me from a meeting. And I mean, I'm telling you, we're everyday people that just do extraordinary things. And we're so lucky to be able to do that. So Lauren Bloomer is doing what she calls a peek into pink. And it is tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, which would then be 7 p.m. Central for Melissa and my other girls that are in a time difference. Please share this with your customers. Share it with people you've never even talked to about Mary Kay. It is a Zoom link, so all they have to do is put in those numbers into the link. And ladies, if I wouldn't have already signed up for Mary Kay after hearing Lauren describe it, I'd do it again. Like she is just the way that she speaks is just so graceful and so energetic. I'm telling you, she could sell, what do they say? Like snow to an Eskimo or something like that. Ice to an Eskimo. She is so good and so genuine. So please put that on your VIP page, send it in personal text messages to your customers. And when they come on there and then they follow up with me, they don't even have to do the survey. They just have to be on the meeting with Lauren tomorrow night. And then they follow up with me in a phone call. Then that counts toward your pearls of sharing. So if you get 4 girls to come on tomorrow night, 2 of them agree to have a chat with me. That's 2 of your 3 that you need to get those earrings and you're on your way. And like I always say, if someone else is going to do it for you, let them because they are pretty much if it's good chances that they're the best at it if they're offering to do it for you. So please advertise that. It is going to be on our Facebook unit page. I'll also message it to you. It'll be easier for you to get the graphic that way. I'll do that tonight when we're done. And then you will be able to have people on there. And you can even see at the bottom that everyone that comes is entered in a $500 drawing. So you can use that as a pool to get people in. And then it'll just be up to you to sign on tomorrow night and see which of your customers are there. And then you'll be able to get those career chats. So exciting. And then the last thing that I added here was that I wanted you to have a goal sheet. And again, I'm going to share this in our Facebook group. I don't think I did it before, but I want you to have the document if you want it. I'm not going to put pressure on you because I don't work well when I'm pressured by others. I work well when I pressure myself. And so if you are inspired to fill out this goal sheet, I would love to see what you come up with. I just thought it was really cool because it shows you like what you're afraid of, what excites you, and all those different things that your goals are for this year, how much you would like to make weekly. These are all great things to see on paper. And so if you do that, even if you just jot it down on a piece of paper, I'd love to see it because I think it's great to have goals. I am not as visual of a person as Marissa when it comes to goals. I just talked to her about that today. I have not started my goal board yet, but everything that I want to do is right up here. I have to get better at the goal board because up here gets a little jumbled sometimes, but I will get there. I am getting there and I want to give this to you so that you can get there as well. All right. So then this just says ask me anything and everything. So do you have any other questions that you haven't asked me yet? It can be about anything and all, not just what we went over tonight on the PowerPoint. Good. I'm going to call him Bev when she's not listening, just like one of my students in class, and see if she knows what we're talking about. I love you. I know you're a busy lady. You keep going there, lady. Okay, so then again, I'm going to share this with you. So I wanted you to have all my information. This is my contact information. Please call me. Please text me. Most of you probably already have this, but I am going to put this on our Facebook page for replay. And so some of the newer ladies may not have my info. And I just want to thank you for joining me and know that I am here for you in any way I can be. There you go, ladies. Let's stop the share.
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You're fine. I was just teasing you.
I had a Mary Kay customer and it was a really good order.
Well, but then I totally allow you. You are always allowed to go when it is a Mary Kay. You're allowed to go anyway. You're always so busy, but I love that. That's a good reason. That's like the best reason. Right, ladies. Well, that is all that I have for you tonight. I don't want to keep you too long. Is there anybody else that wants to ask me anything, add anything, something extra special that happened inside or outside of Mary Kay this week? Because we're sisters,
Angie,
we get to
are you
share.
gonna share those links of like to show people how to use the InTouch and stuff like that? Are they gonna be in your
Yes,
group?
I'm going to share the PowerPoint with you. And once you open up the PowerPoint, the links are live in it. And so the resources will be right there. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if it doesn't make sense,
If it doesn't, you ask me. Yeah, if it doesn't, you ask me. It's
I think
absolutely
those
fine.
are great. Those are really great. I wonder if they make one for. I was also thinking because it's very confusing when you have somebody that wants to exchange or return. That can be
Yes.
really
Well,
tricky.
you know what, ladies? Like all I did was Google it. I Googled how to, and I mean, Mary Kay pops up everywhere when you Google it.
True.
I don't know if you've ever
Yeah.
tried that before, but I encourage you. And if you find it, share it with us on the unit page, because that unit page is our unit page. It's not just mine. So if you find something or you want to share something, please do it. It is not just there for me, it's there for everybody. So I love that you said that. So if you find resources and you want to share them, just do it. I love that because we can help each other so much.
Okay, cool.
Sound good? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I am going to give everyone else until tomorrow at this time to watch the replay, and then I'm going to pick a name to win a fabulous prize that is yet to be determined. So it's in my bedroom in a drawer labeled big prizes, but I just don't know which one it's going to be yet. So thank you, ladies. You have made my heart so happy. I mean it. Bev and I were expecting it's going to be the two of us. Like we're just going to be sitting here chatting because I know how busy everybody is. But I am just so excited that you are committed and that you are here with me and that you were able to get this information. And
And
Janet,
you know
I'm
what?
going to get you.
I'm going to say one thing to all the other ladies. I mean, I am fortunate. Angie lives not far from me, so I have used her a lot. But that being said, if you ladies do what she says with all of her, what's the word I want to say? Everything she tells you to do, if you do it, you will get sales. You will get the sales, just like I did last week. So, like, she's very good at what she does. Listen to her.
Thank you,
You're welcome.
I
Bev.
cut my motorcycle ride short to be here.
Janet,
the
that
hair.
is a lot.
Good. Good.
Yes,
No,
that
seriously,
is a lot.
good.
And you know what? I just want to ask, because I'm not tooting my own horn, but are you glad that you did? Did you learn things that you didn't know before?
Yes.
Perfect, because I want
Yeah.
that to happen. I don't want to waste anyone's time by sitting here with me every week, because I want to make sure I am showing you things that you didn't know before and that maybe you did, but you needed a refresher. So thanks for doing that. Make it extra long tomorrow. You stay on that bike extra long after I
gotta
get you
go
your
in.
meat sticks.
I have to go. Yeah, I have to go into the office tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's a bummer.
But I
Well,
take my
I'll
bike
text you
in
in
and
the
out.
morning. We'll make
Yeah.
a time to get together in the next couple days, and then I will get you those sticks. We will have a meeting next Monday, but we will not have one the following Monday because I will be at seminar, which is so exciting. We're going to be gone for like 9 days because I don't fly, neither do my parents, and I don't want my kids to fly. It's just a thing. And so my husband's traveling like he always does. So we are taking a 9-day trip and making we're calling it Texas or Bust. And we are taking off for Texas. We're going to stop in Cincinnati, go to Graceland. I have never, ever, ever never been on a vacation like this before. Neither have my kids, obviously. I don't even think my mom could say she has. My dad used to travel a lot for work, but we're just going to take it in. And people think we're crazy, but I don't care because I am going to get there and I want them there with me. And that's the best way to do it. So I will still be available to you, but we will be traveling. So it'll be so much fun. The anxiety is there, but the end result is going to be awesome. So I can't wait. Oh, and I did want you to put this in your calendar, especially for my local ladies. And of course, I want everyone there, but I know it's not possible. No, scratch that. August 13th is a Sunday. And at 2 p.m., we are going to have my director debut party. And that's basically just we all get around and celebrate the fact that we are a unit. And Marissa will be there. I asked Leslie if she could make it. That was my senior director. I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to call her now, but I will always call her a friend. And she's from Ohio, but she may be able to make it. So if you are available, please come to my house and I will give you more details as the time comes. I live over by the Latrobe Airport, so it's super close for my ladies that are nearby. I'll give you all the details you need, but I just wanted to kind of give you that save the date for August 13th. And I will also be live streaming it. So if you're not available, you'll still be able to be a part of it on Zoom. So that's it. All right, ladies, you have been wonderful. You made my day. I got to start my day with Bev and Mary Kay. I get to end my day with all of you and Mary Kay. So it's really awesome. Melissa, did you have something you wanted to say? I just saw your little box sort of lit up. You good?
Yeah, on your
Hey,
way to Texas, just stop by and see me.
you know what? Maybe we could skip that hotel, right? I'm
Just,
just kidding you. I'm just
you can
kidding you.
go to Texas via Missouri because that makes a whole lot of sense.
You
But
know what? I'm
I
sure
mean,
there's so many
maybe.
people that have so many
Oh,
better ideas than my GPS, and I will take them all. I appreciate any advice I can get. Oh, but we're gonna be in the car for a long time, but we're breaking it up. We're like breaking it up into little chunks so that the kids will be okay and I won't go crazy and it'll be great. I'll send pictures from along the way and it's just gonna be an adventure. So there was no way I wasn't walking that stage as a director this year. So I'm getting there. We're gonna do it. So, all right, ladies. Well, thank you so very much. Please have a fabulous rest of your night. Reach out anytime you need me. I cannot say that enough. I am always here for you, and I love y'all. Mwah. Thank you so much. I'll see you later.